Hello everyone, welcome to my weekly Facebook Live. I'm Ruth Norton with Ruth's Stamping Corner. This is the adorable little project we're making today. It's quick, it's easy, it's perfect for mass producing, it's perfect for some last minute gifts, it's perfect to get kids involved. So this is a really good one to make. We're going to make this today. I'll show you what's inside in just a minute. It's really cute. So don't miss out on this one. We're going to jump into that in just a minute. We're in a brand new month. I have a brand new host code and lots of things going on this month. So November, we have our paper pumpkin. Of course, you only have 10 days left to subscribe to this. You have to subscribe to this by November 10th if you want it. It is 8 boxes, 4 each of 2 designs. And it's going to coordinate with October's paper pumpkin kit. So if you got October's kit, make sure that you get this one. Now, if you don't want if you don't want boxes, there are card bases that you can purchase as an add-on. You get 20 of those. They're 5x7, so they're a little bit bigger, but they're gonna be completely adorable. The Christmas paper pumpkins are always a big hit. Now, we do have some online exclusives launching in about a week. Next Tuesday on November 7th, our online exclusives are launching. You've already seen some of these sneak peeks. We've used them before, especially this Fluffiest Friends bundle. I've used this a lot, and you're gonna see way more with this coming up. But they launch on November 7th if you want to get our online exclusives. And there's even more than just what's on that flyer. This is just what demonstrators can pre-order, but there's so much more coming. There's some really cute stamp sets coming. Look at that adorable bundle. But we haven't seen all of these. But if you want online exclusives, if you want to see all these products when they launch, they will launch November 7th. And online exclusives some are available while supplies last. Sometimes they'll restock them. We just don't know. So if you love the products in the online exclusives, make sure that you shop early and that you grab them while they're available. Things sometimes sell out, guys. So make sure that you snag those while you can. All right, my class to go, my card crate class to go this month features the More Wishes stamp set. I absolutely love this stamp set, and you will make 8 cards. You'll make 2 each of 4 amazing designs. And this month only, I have an in-person option for if you're local in Albuquerque, you can join me in person to make this whole class kit. So you make 8 cards at the class. All the details for how to get it to go, how to get it shipped to you, or how to attend that in-person class, they are all in the video description. There's a link to Card Crate, so make sure that you click that link and head to all the details and check that out. The deadline to sign up for Card Crate is coming up. It's next week sometime. I'll have to double check the date, but it's coming up. It's coming up in about a week. So if you haven't yet signed up for Card Crate, don't wait. It's coming up. This is this month's host code. This is November's host code. If you shopped using October's host code, thank you so much. November's host code features the warmest heart. I always want to say warmest hugs, but it's warmest heart bundle in the PDF. If you place an order in November, all orders receive the PDF with 3 exclusive projects. If your order is over $50 more and you use that host code, you're going to receive the make and take kit that coordinates with that. Now, the only exception to that is if your order is over $150, don't use the host code because you will get those Stampin Rewards. All right, guys, I'm pulling out my Merry and Bright stamp set. Again, we're not using the dies for this one, but there are amazing coordinating dies for this stamp set. So if you get the bundle, or if you get the stamp set, make sure you get the bundle because you're going to want those dies. But I love these block greetings. These are my favorite types of greeting. This kind of bold and blocky greeting. This is my absolute favorite type. If I ever designed a stamp set, it's going to have these kind of greetings in it. I just love it because you can do so much with it. And so we are going to stamp 3 of those greetings. We're going to cut them apart and we're going to use them on our box. Now, the reason I love this box so much is because it's small. You can make a bunch of these. It's affordable. You're going to be able to fit a lot of cute treats in here. And you can use this with whatever paper you have. If you have different DSP, use that. If you have different colored cardstock, use that. If you have a different stamp set that you want to use that. This is completely customizable to what you have. I'm just showing you my version with the Merry and Bright stamp set and the Merry Bold and Bright DSP, which is just completely adorable, right? But you guys, this is a good one to use all your stash with. Now, inside are 2 of these little these Lindor Truffles. These are delicious, and these are readily available year-round, so you can change this up, make this a birthday party favorite, do this for Easter. You can do this with anything, and they will have the Christmas flavors, I'm sure, coming out. I actually saw a big box of them in Sam's Club yesterday. I didn't grab them, but check your local stores now that Halloween is over. we should have Christmas in the stores, lots of Christmas treats. So grab those little Lindor Truffles because they are fantastic, especially for this time of year, and they make great little treats. And they're, oops, I stuck my bow in there. That's why it's not closing all the way. And they make really good gifts, and you get a bunch of them in the bag. So if you're making these, you can make a bunch of them with just one bag of those candies. All right, let's do our scoring on our cardstock. I'm using Shaded Spruce cardstock, which I didn't realize, but I've been using this a lot. As I was typing up the supplies for this, I'm like, wow, I've used Shaded Spruce a lot. But it's such a good Christmas color. This is probably my favorite green for Christmas, and that's why I always pull it out this time of year. Okay, so you're going to need a piece that is 6 by 5.5. We're going to start on the long side. On the 6-inch side, we're going to score at 1/2 inch. At 1 3/4 and at 4 3/4. All the measurements are in the video description, so don't worry about writing anything down. You'll be able to get those measurements in the video description, and of course they'll be on my blog in just a little while. On the 5.5 inch side, we're going to score it at 1/2 inch. 1 3/4. Let's get to that. Hold on. 1 3/4. There we go. 3 and 4 1/4. All right. You can get 2 of these out of an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, or if you have 12 by 12 cardstock, you can actually get 4 of these. So really good size there. All right, so give every one of those lines a really good burnish, and we're going to start assembling this. Now on the long side, well, this is the long side actually. There's 3 score lines, but I'm going to hold it like this because this is the 1/2 inch tab is going to be our flap that goes down. So you have a really wide rectangle section here. So this is the way our box is going to go. It's all going to fold together like this. So we're going to start our trimming on the bottom down here. And I'm actually going to flip it over so my 1/2 inch score line's on my right because I can see my score lines better that way. So we're going to start by cutting off this little 1/2 inch tab down here. So cut that score line. All right. Then we are going to, I always have to put this together and figure this out. So this is going to be our back. So this is going to be our flap that folds this way. And so, well, now I gotta think. Now I'm like losing my mind. Okay. So this is going to be, because that's our flap, we're going to leave that one as a full square. These are all 1 1/4 inch squares. So, as you go through, there's no rectangle or square that I normally say, you know, cut straight on the rectangle, notch in on the squares. They're all the same squares. So we're going to start with the one farthest on the left. We're going to leave that one a square. We're going to notch in on the next one. The next one we're going to leave as a square, and then we're going to notch in on the next one. So I hope that makes sense. Basically your front and your back pieces. The front and the back pieces you want to be the full squares, and then the side tabs are the ones that we're going to notch in. I hope that makes sense. Okay, now we're going to flip it over, and we're going to, again, cut off this 1/2 inch tab. We don't need that. That's just our glue tab. And I'm going to just kind of mock this up again, just so we know which side. So this is going to be our flap that folds down into the box. So we're going to cut straight down that score line. We want that nice and straight. And we'll cut this down this score line. This is now going to be one of those tabs that folds in. So I'm actually going to fold this one down. I'm going to fold this one down, and I'm going to kind of eyeball this and just cut this in half because it's going to be one of our little side tabs. And so it doesn't need to be a full tab. And then we're just going to cut the corners off of that. All right. Now we're going to cut this one off because this will be technically our front that we don't need. So I'm just going to cut that one, and then we're just going to cut this off just like that. This one again is going to be the other side tab. We're just going to eyeball it and notch it in just like that. Okay, that is all the trimming. Now if you want, you could use a corner rounder. You can round these corners. I'm just going to notch in ever so slightly. I'm just taking off just the smallest little bit, not very much at all, just to make that edge just go in just a little bit better in case our trimming was off. All right. So move all that trash out of the way. This is what your box should look like. And now we're going to assemble it. So I have some Stampin' Seal Plus. Use whatever strong adhesive you want. I'm going to put it on that 1/2 inch tab that we have. And this is just going to fold up just like this. I just like to fold it both ways, just make sure it's nice and square. I'm going to fold the lid in first. That's going to help us make sure that our bottom is nice and straight. So those little tabs just fold right in and the lid folds in. This is going to be the front of our box. I like to have my boxes open in the back. So this is going to be the front. So this tab is going to go down last. So I'm going to fold in that back tab first. So we have a nice clean bottom. This one's going to go in. The side tabs will go in on top of that. And so I'm just putting some adhesive on them as I go. Just fold those in, and then our back, well, this is our front tab. We're going to go front to back. This one's going to go in. That's going to give us a nice clean finish all the way around because our little tab, open tab, is going to open on the back, and it folds in on the front. And then on the inside, there's no tabs or anything on the inside, so it's nice and cleaned finish on the inside. Okay, so you'd stick your little truffles in. I only have one left, so this I'll have to get another bag to refill this one. But so you're going to stick those in, and you have your little box. Isn't that cute? So simple, right? Now from here, you can decorate it any way you want. We're going to stick some DSP on it. This is from the Merry Bold and Bright DSP, which is probably one of my favorite DSPs, Christmas DSPs in the mini catalog anyway. It is so fun. Now, some of these patterns you can use year-round. You definitely do not have to use them for Christmas. So grab this one while we have it, because you'll use this one year-round, I promise. All right, so let me put that one away. Your piece of DSP is going to be 5.5 by 2 3/4. And I'm just going to stick some adhesive on this. I'm going to stick it on either side and then across the top and the bottom. Look at this paper. That would be so pretty for a birthday or something. So pretty. So I'm going to start on the back. So this is my back because I have my my little tab opening back there. And I'm going to go in like 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch. And I'm just making sure that it's lined up top and bottom kind of evenly. Then I'm just going to go around, pinch the sides, and just go through this way. Hang on, guys. Okay, I hope you're still with me. I was getting a phone call, but all right. So just keep going around, pinching those sides until we get to the back. Lid pops open, and this is just going to line up right here, and everything is all nice and adhered, just like that. So cute, right? Look how cute this DSP is. All right, one more finish for our box. Let's go ahead and tie a bow on it. So we have a little bow, and I like to tie my bows. When I have boxes like this that I add bows to, I like to tie my bow only around the lid, and I do this for 2 reasons. Because one, your recipient is not going to have to untie it to open it because it's only around the lid, so they're going to be able to open it just fine. And 2, this is going to save you a ton of ribbon. If you have to wrap the ribbon all the way around the box to tie it, you're going to use a lot of ribbon. So this is going to save you a ton of ribbon, and your recipient is not going to have to untie it to get in, and it will always look super cute. All right, so we have our little bow tied, and I'm just going to trim off the ends, and then our little box will still open. The bow does not have to come untied, so it's a really, really easy way to save on ribbon, especially if you're making a bunch of these. All right, let's do our stamping. So we'll set this one aside. Oh, for this I use the Pool Party ribbon too. This is such a good ribbon. So I use that. I use the Pool Party ribbon, and we're gonna do some stamping. And I have just a scrap piece of basic white and my shaded spruce ink. Coordinate this with whatever color you're using. Oh, I want to get out my Stampin' Pierce map. This is a photopolymer stamp set, so sometimes you need that little extra give. And because this is a bold greeting, we want this to make sure that it's sticking really nice. I just have all of them mounted on one. We're not too worried about where we're stamping this at this point because we're going to just trim them all out. So just use a scrap piece of white. I'm just making sure they're all nice and inky. And then we're going to stamp this down. Make sure they get good coverage. Hold it there for a second and peel it up. Beautiful. Now it looks like I got a little like thing on my C there. So I'm actually going to pull out my Stampin' Right marker and just color that in. And nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know the difference. All right. Yeah, you know, the comment is, thank you for a cost-saving tip. You know what? I don't like to waste ribbon. Ribbon is one of those pricier embellishments, and I like to use ribbon on 3D projects, but when I have to use so much of it, and let's let's just see, like if we had to wrap this around the box to tie it up, it would be completely adorable, but you're using, I mean, you're using a good like 2 feet of ribbon there, and that's quite a bit of ribbon. And for something that is so costly, I like to just be able to, I like to save my ribbon. And I know that others out there too like to save it too, especially for little treats like this. So I'm glad you guys appreciate that. All right, so we have our greeting stamps, and we're just gonna cut these out. You can use your paper trimmer. I'm just gonna use my scissors. This greeting is pretty long. I would maybe pull out my long scissors for this so I could do it in 1 or 2 little snips, but it's all right. I just love these block greetings. We've had these before. There was another stamp set a couple of years ago that had an ornament. It was ornaments, and then they had these block greetings, and I just love them. They are just so fun. And I just love that you can like customize them too. So you don't have to do Merry Christmas. You can do Merry and Bright. You can do whatever you want. There's lots of options here. Have a Happy Christmas. I mean, just so many different options. You can really play around with that. All right. We are nearly done. Just one more. And then this box is going to wrap up pretty quickly once we get our greetings. All right, now these are smaller greetings, so I'm actually going to use mini dimensionals. And I'm going to use a couple on the back of each of them. Now the Merry is good because it actually is about the length of our box. The other ones are going to hang off a little bit, so we need to be a little bit more strategic about where we're putting them. But the Merry, you can put them all the way across. And so we're just going to stick that on, and I'm not even going to worry about them being straight. So I'm going to put it on a little bit crooked to begin with, and then we're going to go to Christmas. And so make sure that you just kind of concentrate those dimensionals right in the center of your greeting, and that will make sure that they don't hang off the side of the box. So Merry, and again, don't make it too straight. Don't think about it too much. Just put it on there. And then we're going to do the same with To You and Yours. Now, if you wanted to, you can actually trim this a little bit more. If you wanted to make it a little longer, if you don't want it to hang off as much. But I'm going to just pull these dimensionals off. And again, I stuck to the center of these just to make sure that it doesn't hang off the edge. To You and Yours. Cute. And it looks just like a little Christmas tree, right? We've just made a little Christmas tree. Now to finish it off, I needed to add some sparkle, of course. So I die cut from the Give It a Whirl dies. I die cut out of our holographic paper. I'm trying to get this last star. It's not picking up. I die cut 3 of our stars from that holographic paper. Isn't that gorgeous? So we are just going to go through and add, I'm going to add the biggest one at the top again because our greetings now look like a little tree. And then on the bottom, I'm just going to add a couple of dots of glue. You can use glue dots if you don't want to use liquid glue. And we're just going to add those little stars down at the bottom, just like that. And that adds all of that sparkle. You can also add some gems. However you want to decorate this, these would be so cute to just have in your bag and hand out. Again, they're really affordable. You give it 2 of those Lindor Truffles in there, so they are really, really good. So cute, right guys? I just love this little project. It's so cute. And you can use up the DSP that you have, use cardstock that you have, use stuff that you have. Don't, of course, I would like you to purchase new stuff, but you guys use the stuff you have. I know that, I know you guys have a stash of stuff. All right, guys. If you do want to shop, though, please head to my online store. Use this host code. This is a brand new November host code. This will be good through the end of November. If you're watching this on Facebook, I'd love it if you shared this with your crafty friends or anybody that you think would love this. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. That really helps me out. I'll be live again right here on Sunday for week 6 of my 12 weeks of Christmas, and I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek at this project because it is so cute. But here we go. It's really big too, so you can fit a bunch of stuff in there. I didn't make it specifically for anything, but it is a nice big box. So you'll want to join me on Sunday for sure for my 12 weeks of Christmas. And I will make sure to post the day before, as always, with a time and a sneak peek. All right, guys, if you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments and I will come back and answer them. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys on Sunday. Bye.